Hello and welcome to another live stream on the Roads For You channel. Today we are driving from Lelystad to Muiden during one of the worst weather conditions we have had in years here in the Netherlands. Yesterday I also did a live stream during the snow, but then it was better than the day before. But today, man, it is way worse than it was yesterday, especially on the highway, on the A6. So this will be a very dangerous drive today. So I'm happy you are with me in case anything happens with me. Then it will be streamed here on the Roads For You channel. If you haven't already, please leave a like, a comment and a subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this later, at this moment there are 0 live viewers, which is expected because we just started the video. This drive will take about 40 minutes. We will drive through Lelystad and then we'll drive through the Flevopolder all the way to Muiden, which is next to Amsterdam. So we're already sliding on the road. I must admit that they have done their best with making the roads more drivable, but it's still very shit to drive through. Excuse my language. It's very slippery, so we need to drive very careful. Otherwise we will get into an accident, because I'm already feeling the car sliding here on the wet snow, on the wet snow. Yeah. So let's be very careful and focus on the road. I don't want to get in an accident today. I already feel my ABS system in my car working, so tells you everything you need to know about the road conditions at this moment. It's also pretty cold today and it doesn't stop snowing. Luckily it doesn't snow at this moment, but you never know when it's gonna snow again. I must admit, here in the city of Lelystad they've really done their best of making the road snow free. Multiple times a day there's a truck, a lorry with a huge shovel on the front, which takes away all the snow. Excuse me for my English pronunciation. I am from Holland. I don't speak English that often, so I always sound like a Dutchman trying to speak English. So it's something I can't help, but I do my best. Also, we are just in the experiment phase of this channel. We're doing live streams. This is like maybe the 10th live stream I did already. I'm still practicing to make this as interesting as can be. If you think I talk too much, if you want to know more about the roads I'm driving on, or if I can do anything better, please let me know in the comments and I will try to do it in the next video. So we are still experimenting at this moment. Luckily this road is drivable at this moment. So I'm now driving 60 kilometers an hour, which is over the speed limit actually, because we aren't supposed to drive 50 kilometers, 60 kilometers. However, the roads here in Lelystad are a bit confusing sometimes, because it's 70 kilometers, then 50 kilometers, then 70. So most of the time I expect to drive 70 because the roads aren't connecting to any pathways, something like that. Okay, we need to be careful here in the roundabout. As you can see, the road is wet. So let's be very careful. When I drove to Lelystad The highway was pretty dangerous. There was wet snow lying all over the road, and it was very, very slippery. I drove like 80 kilometers an hour. I hope the road situation on the highway has improved now, but you never know. It's like I said, this is like one of the worst snowstorms we have had since 2010. Back in the day I was like 15 years old, so I didn't drive. So this is the first time for me driving in these winter conditions. Monday was the worst day, but it was snowing all the time. Now it's just a little bit of snow, then it's normal, then it's snowing, then it's normal. We'll see it from day to day. So the city we're driving now is called Lelystad, which is the capital city of the province of Flevoland. Fun fact, Flevoland is the biggest artificial island in the world. We built it back in, we planned to build it in the late 19th century. So 130 years ago, the plans were made to make the South Sea dry and make it inhabitable land, which we succeeded. It took almost 100 years. In 1918 the final plans were laid, and in the 1930s they built the Afsluitdijk, which turned the Zuiderzee into a lake, a big lake. And then they dried the Zuiderzee for a part and turned it into land, and that land is called Flevoland, and that's where we're driving on right now, on the bottom of the sea, in the city they built on the bottom of the sea. Can you believe it? The road isn't as slippery as you expect, to be honest, but we need to be very careful because it's really, you can be surprised by the weather today. It's literally a free-for-all today. Okay, so now I'm rolling the car. Okay, we have green light, so now I can give it a little bit more push. We drive again here on the road, but we need to be very, very careful because the road seems very slippery. It doesn't feel slippery at this moment, but it can be. It can be quite dangerous. You can't see if it's slippery or not. So I left my foot off the car, the gas pedal now. Let the car rolling. Now I'm putting my foot on the brakes slowly. Don't feel the ABS, so that's a good sign. So now we drive here on the roundabout. Roundabouts are a little bit dangerous during this weather, and now we go around the roundabout. And onto the main road again. Okay, for some reason. But okay, we are now about to enter the highway. Okay, let's go. This is the most dangerous part of our highway. Buckle up and let's go to the highway, the A6. Let's hope we don't get into an accident, because it's very, very dangerous today on the road. Okay, here we go. Onto the highway. Yeah, it looks as bad as it was when I came here. So the road condition hasn't improved. So drive with caution. It's also pretty windy today. There's a strong wind from the left side, so that makes it more dangerous to drive here. Okay, so we're driving now 100 kilometers an hour, the speed limit. For now it seems safe. But I keep my distance to the car in front of me, because you never know if it gets more slippery suddenly. I wouldn't want to drive here on the left lane, because that seems very slippery at this moment. You can see them salt out here above me, here on the bridge. See one of the cars that salts our roads. Very important that they do, because the highway gets very slippery if they don't do it. For now the road seems safe. However, when we're past LELYSTAD, then it can get more dangerous. There is really a strong wind at this moment. I don't know if you can hear it in the video, but there is a strong wind blowing on the side of the car. I think they've just salted the road here, because the road condition has improved. So this is the A6, which is the highway that goes across all the province of Flevoland, and also the Flevopolder, which we are driving now. The Flevopolder, which is the largest artificial island in the world. It's beautiful with all the snow. For now, it's beautiful to look at, dangerous to drive through. But it looks beautiful. And that's something, I guess. So nobody is driving here on the left lane, and that's for a good reason, because it seems very slippery. Here on the right lane where I'm driving, it seems safe. Okay, there's one person who's trying to do it now. Here on the left, I wouldn't dare to do it, to be honest, because it is very slippery at this moment. I think we are getting into a traffic jam. Don't know if I dare to do it. Yeah, you see the road condition gets worse now. We need to be very careful. We're driving 70 kilometers an hour now. Now 80 kilometers an hour. I got I got 4-season tires. And to be honest, they aren't that good. They are pretty bad during this weather. So I'm not in a hurry, so I drive behind the car in front of me at 80 kilometers an hour for now. because I don't trust the left lane. However, it seems to get more safe now we're progressing the highway. So maybe we can try to overtake the car in front of me. Slowly. Okay, for now it doesn't seem that slippery. I think it looks very good, it's safe, it feels very sturdy. So we've now overtaken the car and go back to the right lane. The condition seems to have improved during the day. Because 3 hours earlier this highway wasn't drivable at all in the opposite direction. Now it seems pretty safe. So I'm pretty happy that, that we're driving pretty safe now. So now we're driving the speed limit of 100 kilometers an hour. I don't know why that fan on the left of us is driving like a maniac now. Because now we're getting to the dangerous part. As you can see, the road conditions gets way worse because of the wind that's blowing all the snow onto the highway. So he's really a maniac and he has a death wish. Also pretty strong winds from the side.
Let op, slipgevaar.
I get a warning now that the highway is pretty slippery, so we need to be careful.
Let op, slecht wegdek.
Also, the road hasn't been very well maintained, so it's also pretty dangerous to drive here, for now. Okay. So this is the scariest part here of the highway. In the opposite direction it was way worse than it is now. But don't be fooled. Don't be fooled of the seemingly safe highway, because you never know when it gets slippery again. It can turn into a mayhem any second now. But for now, we're pretty safe. If you are being careful, have your eyes on the road, then everything will be fine. We have 20 minutes to go to our destination, so fingers crossed that we get there. It looks beautiful. I won't lie to you. It looks beautiful. All the snow surrounding me. And if the highway is well maintained, like this one, then it's not that scary to drive. I'm going to overtake the car in front of me, but do it very slowly, very gentle. So it still feels pretty safe to drive here. It's pretty doable. Let's overtake the other cars as well. But I have my eyes on the road. Because if it gets slippery again, then I will leave my foot off the gas pedal. And go back to the other lane. Okay, now it gets dangerous, so now I'll go back to the other lane. It got slippery, pretty slippery again. Almost lost control of my car. So, not doing that again. It just takes one piece of wet snow to get into an accident. It's that quick. And we almost got into an accident. I felt the steering wheel going another direction. So that's why we're driving pretty careful. Pretty much like a grandma I'm driving now. Normally I'm like glory at the wheel, king of the highway, but now I'm a grandma. Because I know for myself, I don't like this at all. Feels like I'm driving on the North Pole. Or Antarctica. Or Greenland. Before Trump's invaded. Okay, so the man here on the left has a death wish. He drives pretty fast. We're on the road. Okay, so the road condition gets a little bit worse now. Because of the snow. It's also raining a little bit now. It's strange, it's pretty strange weather. Then it's snowing, then it's raining. Look at him go, here on the left. It's funny to drive that fast during this weather and then get into an accident. However, I'm going to try to overtake the car in front of me. Pretty slowly. Looks safe for now. So we're driving pretty careful. A lot of dented cars I've seen today, so maybe they've been in accidents. We'll never know. Here, and there you see it. The matrix signs, the signs here on the right, are already warning for traffic jams. So maybe there has been an accident here on the highway. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Well, there's not an accident here on the highway, but it is here on the other way, here on the motorway, here on the right. There was an accident. It happens that fast in this weather. To be honest, it's pretty empty here on the highway, and I know why. One thing, it is like 3:30, so most of the people are still at their jobs. I just came from a client, so I'm driving home right now. So it's pretty quiet now on the road, but a lot of people work from home because it's pretty dangerous to drive now on the highways. It was all over the news that people are asked to work from home. A lot of trains aren't driving at this moment. A lot of city buses don't drive, so it's all mayhem here in the Netherlands. It's always when it snows. Always when it snows, everything goes to a standstill. So now we're entering the city of Almere, which you can see here on the right. It's where I was born. It's the largest city here in Flevoland, in the Flevopolder. It's a pretty new city as well. Last year it celebrated its 50th anniversary. But we're not going into the city, we're driving past it here on the A6 highway. You see it, there's a lot of snow. It looks beautiful. If I don't need it to drive, then I would have enjoyed the snow. But if you need to drive through it, man, I hate that. But the condition of the road is pretty good. But don't get fooled. Yesterday the roads were better, and I drove to a zebra crossing, and there was a man trying to get from the other side to the other side of the zebra crossing.
Let op, slipgevaar.
I get a warning now for slippery roads, and he was walking over the zebra crossing, and I saw him, and I put my foot on the brakes, and I just slided almost to that man. I almost hit that man because I was sliding on the road, and the road didn't even seem that slippery, so it can be that dangerous. It's also starting to snow again, so the road condition will get worse in over time now. I will overtake this taxi, but pretty slowly. Like I said, I'm driving like a grandma because this highway feels very, very slippery at this moment. Driving 92 kilometers an hour. On the left you can see a maniac driving a truck, a pickup truck with a cart behind it. Look at the left. I have respect for this guy because I wouldn't have dared it. He has balls. So it starts to snow like a maniac now outside, and it's also pretty windy. So I expect accidents to happen. Maybe we get into a traffic jam or an accident. Well, it seems like we're getting into a traffic jam. The matrix signs are already saying we need to lower our speed. Seems to be here on the right side, so not for us. Here it's still safe to drive for now. We have 11 minutes to go, so pray for me that we'll get there. Because I'm still not sure about it. Not sure at all. If I look in front of me, I'm not happy. It looks misty, it looks snowy, it looks windy. So now we're getting into the worst weather conditions there are. Yeah, it is pretty windy. It gets pretty dangerous now. Oh my goodness. It looks less worse on video than it looks in real life, I can tell you that. Because it looks like we're in a blizzard now. We're in a snowstorm. I'm driving 90 kilometers an hour now. Like I said, I drive like a grandma because this is the worst weather conditions you can imagine if you get onto the highway. You see it gets more slippery also here on the highway. Behind me there's a car with his headlights off, which I don't understand because the visibility is shit at this moment. So let's overtake the bus in front of me. Here, he doesn't have his lights on. What a maniac. It's the worst weather conditions you can imagine driving here now. So we're going pretty slowly. Okay, now we're going over the bridge, so I think we're gonna expect more wind over there. maybe even more snow, more than we had a kilometer earlier. It looks way less worse on video than it looks in real life. I can tell you that. Alright, let's overtake this car in front of me. The highway doesn't feel slippery for now. So maybe they've just salted the roads. I don't know. But still, we're very careful. We're driving 95 kilometers an hour for now. You see there's a lot of snow here on the road. There's a train driving, so the trains do drive today. Maybe not all trains, but some trains. It's Russian roulette if you go with the train today. So now we're leaving the A6 and going to the A1. I expect the A1 to be better because it's more crowded on the A1. It's a busy road. We're driving a Saab. Saab is made for this weather. If you like this video, please leave a like, a comment and a subscribe to my channel. I try to do these live streams more often during interesting drives, interesting weather conditions. In about 1.5 weeks I will be driving from all the way from the Netherlands to the south of Spain, to the south of Portugal. So we're driving through the north of Spain and all the way from Portugal from the north to the south. So that will be an interesting drive, and I will do a live stream of that whole drive. So that can be interesting. So if you want to see that, please leave a subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this video later, also please leave a comment. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe. This channel doesn't only live stream, we also make videos of car wash videos and interesting drives. Okay, I think we're getting into a traffic jam now, because the matrix signs are warning me for lowering my speed. We're now driving 90 kilometers an hour, but we need to slow it down to 70 kilometers an hour. Maybe the road conditions get more dangerous, or we're getting into a traffic jam, or there was an accident. I think it's because of the road conditions. See, lorries need to get on the highway from here, so maybe it was because of that. So now I've overtaken the lorry. I get behind this lorry because my exit is coming up. We're about to leave the highway. We're almost nearing the end of this drive and this video. Okay, so be very careful here. The exits, because the exits are more dangerous than the highways itself. I would hate it for me to have an accident near the end of my journey. So be very gentle here on the road. No brakes, just leaving the gas pedal and rolling the car. This feels really slippery, so we need to be very, very careful. We need to go to the right. We're light, so now I hit the brake, which is going fine. Now we're going to the left, which is also going fine. Normally I drive like 80 kilometers an hour here in this here on this road, but for now I leave it at 50 kilometers an hour because it feels pretty slippery and wet, this road. So let's not push our luck. Okay, this feels pretty slippery. Okay, now I need to go to the left because that's how we enter MUIDEN. This is pretty slippery. Okay, now we've reached the end of our journey. I want to thank you for watching this video. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. Leave a like and a comment, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.